The internet is in full meltdown as fans react to the latest surge of Braxton family drama. The beloved musical dynasty, once celebrated for their unity, talent, and infectious energy, now appears to be in the middle of a storm that no one saw coming. Whispers are swirling across every corner of social media, suggesting that Tamar Braxton has finally reached her breaking point with Ashley. The situation has ignited a frenzy of speculation, leaving supporters both heartbroken and fascinated as they try to piece together what went wrong. Behind the glossy facade of family fame lies a narrative filled with tension, emotion, and betrayal, or at least that's how it appears to fans watching from the outside. What started as subtle hints of unease has grown into an all-consuming spectacle. Insiders claim that the tension within the Braxton circle has been building quietly for years, manifesting in small slights, private disagreements, and personality clashes that have now erupted into full public view. What's most shocking is how quickly this once-loving family dynamic has unraveled before everyone's eyes. Every corner of the internet seems to have a theory. Some blame fame, others blame pride, while a few insist that the pressures of living life in the spotlight inevitably take a toll. They've been in front of cameras for so long, people forget they're human, one fan commented under a viral post. That sentiment echoes across thousands of comments and fan threads, admiration mixed with disbelief. Many can't fathom how the Braxton sisters, who once symbolized sisterhood and strength, could end up at the center of one of the most talked-about celebrity feuds of the year. It all began with quiet disagreements that, at first, seemed harmless. Minor creative differences, contrasting personalities, and private misunderstandings simmered quietly beneath the surface. But over time, the cracks deepened. Now, those subtle tensions have exploded into a full-blown public clash that's dividing fans and shaking the family's image. What once seemed like a temporary misunderstanding now feels like an ongoing battle, one being played out in real time on social media, gossip sites, and entertainment outlets. Reports suggest that Tamar and Ashley's conflict has grown far beyond the realm of family squabbles. Viewers have watched with wide eyes as moments once brushed off as playful teasing now appear laced with genuine frustration. Every glance, every tone shift in interviews or online interactions is being dissected for meaning. And while fans debate what triggered the breakdown, one thing is certain: the Braxtons' bond, once admired as unbreakable, is now under the harshest scrutiny it has ever faced. In this breakdown, we'll explore the roots of their fallout, unpack Tamar's growing frustration, and take a closer look at the behavior from Ashley that has kept audiences buzzing. It's a saga filled with emotion, nuance, and layers of misunderstanding, a story that captures how love and loyalty can become entangled with ego and expectation when family and fame collide. From subtle shade to social media fireworks, this feud is more than entertainment. It's a cautionary tale about how even the strongest families can fracture under the glare of public attention. But what's unfolding now is far more than reality TV drama. It's a window into how long-simmering issues can eventually boil over, leaving everyone involved reeling. Insiders close to the Braxton circle reveal that the tension between Tamar and Ashley didn't emerge overnight. Instead, it's been quietly evolving over time, fueled by personal frustrations, creative disagreements, and conflicting visions of what it means to protect the family legacy. Tamar Braxton, often described as the family's peacemaker and voice of reason, has long carried the weight of leadership. Her strong-willed personality and commitment to professionalism made her both respected and occasionally misunderstood within the group. Sources say she has always prioritized order, structure, and reputation, values that sometimes clashed with Ashley's more spontaneous and outspoken approach. For Tamar, the Braxton name represents not just fame but responsibility. When she feels that loyalty or integrity is being tested, she doesn't stay silent. Ashley, by contrast, has built her identity on authenticity and emotional openness. She's often described as fiery, creative, and unafraid to speak her truth, even when it stirs controversy. Her fans adore her for her boldness and individuality, but those same traits can sometimes create friction within a family that thrives on unity and collective decision-making. According to insiders, Ashley's tendency to express herself freely, whether in interviews, online posts, or family settings, has occasionally rubbed Trina the wrong way, especially when it challenges her authority or the family's carefully crafted public image. The resulting dynamic is as emotionally complex as it is relatable. Many fans see shades of their own family struggles reflected in the Braxton sisters' situation, where love coexists with frustration, and where boundaries are tested by differing values and personalities. Fame has only intensified these dynamics, turning private moments into public narratives and giving every disagreement an audience of millions. Sources claim that over the past few years, small moments of misunderstanding have quietly stacked up, eventually forming a mountain of resentment. Unspoken feelings, professional jealousy, and old wounds may have resurfaced as the family continued to navigate shared projects. What might have been dismissed as small slights years ago now seems to carry deeper meaning, amplified by time, stress, and the pressures of fame. Reality TV has always offered glimpses into these hidden dynamics. Longtime fans recall moments where a sarcastic remark, a subtle eye roll, or a forced smile seemed to betray something deeper. At the time, many brushed it off as part of the show's entertainment value. But in hindsight, those clips are being rewatched and analyzed through a new lens, one that suggests the emotional distance between Trina and Ashley has been growing for far longer than anyone realized. What makes the situation even more compelling is how the public has inserted itself into the feud. The internet's collective obsession has transformed this family conflict into an ongoing digital spectacle. Every tweet, post, or statement from either sister is examined for hidden messages. Fans on one side praise Trina for her discipline and maturity, while others rally behind Ashley's authenticity and fearlessness. Online discussions, fan theories, and even memes have taken over social platforms, turning what might have been a private falling out into a social media phenomenon. Meanwhile, both women face the same impossible challenge, trying to process a personal emotional conflict while being judged by millions. Trina, who has always prided herself on keeping family matters private, reportedly feels overwhelmed by the public's intrusion into something deeply personal. Ashley, too, faces backlash and misunderstanding as her every move is interpreted as part of the drama. Insiders suggest that the root of this tension lies in years of unaddressed pain and differing values about how the family should operate under fame's constant pressure. Fame, after all, can magnify every flaw and amplify every disagreement. In a family that has worked, performed, and lived together for decades, even small cracks can eventually turn into canyons. And yet, amidst all the chaos, there remains a thread of hope. Those close to the Braxtons insist that, despite their differences, the sisters still care deeply for one another. Beneath the frustration and the headlines, there's an unspoken bond forged through shared history and love. Many fans are holding on to the belief that, once the cameras fade and the noise quiets, reconciliation might still be possible. For now, though, the world watches and waits. Each new headline, social media post, or interview clip feels like another piece of a puzzle that no one can fully see. What's clear is that the Braxton family story, filled with talent, love, ambition, and now heartbreak, remains as captivating as ever. What happens next could either mend their legacy or redefine it forever. Recently, sources claim Ashley's behavior has raised eyebrows within the family circle, described by some as unpredictable and occasionally provocative. Trina, known for her fierce loyalty and strong stance on professionalism, reportedly began expressing concern behind the scenes long before the issue reached the public eye. Friends say the rift deepened when Ashley made certain choices that others feared might harm the family's image or internal balance. Things reportedly reached a tipping point during recent filming sessions, where cameras allegedly caught heated exchanges and emotionally charged moments between the two. Viewers picked up on the tension, noticing subtle shifts, side comments, body language, and uncomfortable silences that suggested something deeper was brewing. While some brushed it off as made-for-TV drama, insiders insist the conflict is very real and far more serious than what's been aired. Fueling the rumors even further were Trina's recent social media posts. Many fans saw them as cryptic signs of frustration, sparking speculation about what might be going on behind closed doors. Others noticed her demeanor change during interviews and appearances, less warmth, more distance. These quiet signals only added fuel to the online frenzy, leaving fans dissecting every word, post, and gesture for hidden meaning. And yet, according to those closest to the situation, what the public has seen so far might just be the surface of a much deeper and more complicated family storm. Sources close to the Braxton family suggest that Ashley's recent conduct may have crossed lines that felt manipulative or inconsiderate toward Trina and others within the family circle. Whether those actions were deliberate or simply misunderstood, they seem to have pushed the situation to a breaking point. Trina, usually composed and diplomatic, reportedly began voicing her frustrations more openly, both behind closed doors and, in subtle ways, during public appearances. In this next part of the story, the specific moments that deepen the rift come to light, revealing private exchanges, social media activity, and on-camera interactions that have left fans questioning Ashley's motives and Trina's patience. The unfolding details paint a vivid picture of how a private disagreement evolved into one of the most heated celebrity-family conflicts online. The tension between Trina and Ashley didn't erupt overnight, it grew through a series of increasingly uncomfortable encounters. Insiders and fans alike describe these moments as emotionally charged and, at times, difficult to watch. Some incidents made it onto reality TV screens, while others played out off-camera, adding layers of speculation to a story that's as much about perception as it is about truth. When pieced together, these events trace a clear trajectory, a relationship unraveling under the pressure of public life. The first visible sign of strain reportedly surfaced during a family media appearance. Witnesses claim that Ashley made comments that seemed to minimize Trina's leadership role in family ventures. Intentional or not, the remarks visibly unsettled Trina, who has long been recognized as one of the most hands-on and protective members of the Braxton clan. Cameras captured subtle but telling reactions, tight smiles, lingering glances, and quiet disapproval. Within hours, clips of the moment were circulating online, with fans pausing and replaying every frame to decode what might have really been said between the lines. As the footage spread, social media became the stage for the feud's next act. Trina's posts, though polished and restrained, contained messages that followers quickly interpreted as directed toward Ashley. Phrases like, "Not everyone has your best interest at heart," and "actions have consequences" sent fans into analysis mode, convinced the cryptic captions reflected personal tension. Ashley, meanwhile, stayed mostly silent, an absence that only deepened the mystery. Some fans defended her, arguing she was misunderstood, while others rallied behind Trina, praising her honesty and loyalty. Behind the scenes, insiders claim, the tension was even heavier. During filming sessions and private gatherings, Ashley allegedly displayed behavior some described as manipulative or attention-seeking, challenging Trina's authority, spreading questionable claims, and making choices that others felt jeopardized the family's image. At first, Trina reportedly tried to handle things quietly, but as the incidents piled up, her patience wore thin. Eventually, her private frustration began spilling into public spaces, marking a shift that fans immediately noticed. Soon, short clips began to emerge online, snippets showing sharp exchanges between the sisters. In some, the mood was unmistakably tense, raised voices, icy silences, and loaded glances that told their own story. What might have been a family misunderstanding quickly became viral entertainment. Fans dissected every moment, creating memes, theories, and commentary videos that spread across social media like wildfire. For now, the world watches and waits. Each new headline, post, or interview clip feels like another piece of a puzzle that no one can fully see. What's clear is that the Braxton family story, filled with talent, love, ambition, and now heartbreak, remains as captivating as ever. What happens next could either mend their legacy or redefine it forever. Recently, sources claim Ashley's behavior has raised eyebrows within the family, described by some as unpredictable and occasionally provocative. Trina, known for her professionalism and fierce loyalty, reportedly began expressing concern long before things became public. The rift deepened when Ashley made certain choices that others feared could harm the family's image. Things reportedly reached a tipping point during recent filming sessions, where cameras allegedly caught heated exchanges between the two. Viewers noticed subtle shifts, side comments, body language, and silences that hinted at real tension. While some dismissed it as reality TV drama, insiders insist the conflict is very real and far more serious than it appears. Fueling rumors even more were Trina's cryptic social media posts, which fans saw as signs of frustration. Her demeanor in interviews also changed, less warmth, more distance. These subtle signals added to the online frenzy, with fans dissecting every post and gesture for hidden meaning. According to those close to the situation, the public has only seen the surface of a much deeper family storm. Sources suggest Ashley's recent conduct may have crossed lines that felt manipulative or inconsiderate toward Trina and others. Whether intentional or misunderstood, her actions reportedly pushed things to a breaking point. Trina, usually calm and composed, began voicing her frustrations both privately and subtly in public. The tension didn't appear overnight, it built through a series of increasingly uncomfortable encounters. Some moments aired on TV, others happened behind closed doors, but all contributed to a growing rift. The first visible sign came during a family media appearance when Ashley made remarks that seemed to undermine Trina's leadership role. Though Ashley's tone was unclear, Trina's reaction, tight smiles, and quiet disapproval spoke volumes. Clips of the exchange spread quickly online, with fans analyzing every second for clues. As the footage went viral, social media became the next battleground. Trina's polished yet pointed posts, like "Not everyone has your best interest at heart" and "Actions have consequences," were seen as aimed at Ashley. Meanwhile, Ashley's silence only fueled more speculation. Fans split into camps, some defending Ashley as misunderstood, others praising Trina's loyalty and restraint. Behind the cameras, things reportedly worsened. Insiders claim Ashley's behavior grew more challenging, questioning Trina's authority, spreading questionable claims, and making decisions that others felt risked the family's unity. At first, Trina tried to handle things privately, but as incidents piled up, her patience thinned. Eventually, her frustration began to show publicly. Then came the viral clips, brief but intense moments showing sharp exchanges between the sisters. Raised voices, tense silences, and cold stares told their own story. What might have been a private misunderstanding quickly turned into viral entertainment, with fans turning every clip into theories, memes, and commentary videos that spread like wildfire.